What's going on, people? It's Alex. Um, Hi. Uh, Give me one sec, guys. Um, yeah. So, hi everyone. Um, it's a new problem with SA2 specifically. I've been streaming the Steam version of SA2 for the past 3 years, but something changed with the drivers in the past, few months. Because that's the second time that I tried to play that and it crashed. Without going into boring details, it's the game has its little hiccup, and at that exact moment, OBS has a codec just total failure. Long story short, codec bad. And yeah, Gordon, let's follow up on that maybe after stream. I'm not going to try to play the game again today. Um, but it is worth trying to fix at some point. Um, and I'm sorry, my mind is kind of fried. I got that important, meaningful stream tomorrow, and I mean, I wasn't getting any A ranks in SA2, so I just want to hang out with you guys. I really don't care what we do. It should probably be Sonic. But I can't even think of what to play. I'm sorry. I gotta turn this off. Maybe. Take a deep breath. Um, and yeah, DeFox's Wonders. Um, yeah, about G-Sync, FreeSync. That's worth looking into at some point. Ghost of Burb nominates Sonic Spinball. It's a good game. It's a good game. Let me just take a breath so I can, and then I have someone knock at my door just now. That was why I left, and I really don't like that. I don't care if the person's doing something right. If you have something to just leave it at the door. Don't knock on my door. Don't do that. That's my policy. 2025. I don't want someone knocking on my door out of nowhere. So let me go get that water and just take a breath, and then well, that's 2 votes for Spinball. So hey, I would absolutely play that. I Cantu indeed just heard Sonic Spinball mentioned. So yeah, we could play that. I know it's not necessarily the emblems and missions that was advertised, but we recently played SA1, and I just got to take a deep breath. Yeah, Ghost of Burbs leaving in 5 minutes, so the vote should be taken into account. Granted that, given that. Yeah, I would absolutely open up spin, but it's not like we're going to play Spinball for the next. It's already 6, which is fine. Yeah, why don't we just get at least a Spinball dose to see Ghost of Burb through the next. What am I saying? To play us out. I Can't Do says, "How's life, Mr. Yard?" It's good. It's good. As I mentioned before, and maybe you saw on Twitter, got the I'm not even going to use any adjectives to dramatize it, but we got the live stream tomorrow. I'm ready to go. And I appreciate the offer, Otto. Yeah, I don't think I need any decomps, but as soon as I do, I'll know who to reach out to. Otto, yeah, says it's like Absolute, but Amy is in there. Yeah, and I'm on board with what Javid is saying. That Spinball would be a good low-brain activity game. Now, I also, I'm opening the game now, but as I was waiting for my PC to load, I looked at a couple of quick articles about Silksong, and I'm really just at a loss. So what I saw was that one of the devs of Silksong and Hollow Knight, basically posted some teasers that seemed to be Switch 2 related, which is, of course, naturally going to make people think that Silksong is coming to Switch 2, maybe in the not-too-distant future. So, without even recounting everything, there was, some hints and a picture and a date that seemed to align with the Nintendo Direct on April 2. But then it turned out to be just nothing. Absolutely, nothing. There's no Silksong ARG. And people are upset. Absolutely justifiably. Without going on a tangent, it's cruel. I don't pretend to understand it. Now, I typically play Spinball and Dolphin. Yeah, I Cantu says, like with all announcements, you'll believe it when I see it from the official source. But that's the thing. I mean, this was a Silksong dev. This is a Silksong dev who I understand, Team Cherry, the developer. I get the sense that they don't say much at all, ever. They're notoriously reclusive, right? So to get something, mysterious but very particular, right? Any person waiting for Silksong would be like, wow, they almost never say anything. So the fact that they're dropping these hints, right? This must be something. I'm paying attention because they almost never talk. So why would they just start talking and have nothing to show? But then there's nothing. Nice. Ghost of Burb's going to be cooking up the streaming schedule pretty soon. And yeah, Ghost of Burb did a short stream of this game just the other night. Okay. So I just need to click on Sonic Mega Collection. The game. And yes, Javid was specifying 16-bit Spinball. Yeah, we are not going to play any 8-bit Sonic Spinball on a Saturday night. It's just not right. I know you can't see it yet, but soon you will. And yes, Keo, Kart is indeed on for tonight. No matter how much it snows. Why can't I find the dolphin windows? Actually, the audio level is a little too high. Otto, yeah, doesn't even want to play 16-bit Spinball. Yeah, because Otto, yeah, a little earlier you said that you finished the 8-bit one, and I didn't make it very far. I streamed a little bit of it, and I remember thinking like, oh, this isn't too bad, but it's also kind of bad in the way that I would never actually want to play it. I guess I just thought it would be worse somehow, and it is bad-ish, but it's cute and endearing, and it gets the job done for maybe in the Game Gear. Nothing that would hold up now. I just need to find this window, guys. But yeah, this is taking I Can't Do back 20 nostalgic years to the time before Trump and before Trump jokes and Sonic projects. It was just this great music. This should get a music theory video. People really vibe. By the way, why don't I say something exciting to kill time while I find the stupid window? The next music theory video is about Sonic Mania. And I've already told patrons that, but now I'm saying it on the air. It's not coming out next week or anything, but Sonic Mania music theory, get pumped. It's already in production. I have gone up and looking for this window. Wow, I don't remember the second B section. Dude, EB has said this in the past, but this is one of his favorite gaming songs ever. And I totally vibe with that sentiment. I like it now, but I cannot tell a lie. And therefore, I must disclose something I will disclose after I find the damn window. We could even do a round of Bean Machine. Yeah, EB, I'm gonna play, 16-bit Spinball. Yes, as Ghostaburb says, we couldn't be picky with the handheld games you got back in the day. Yeah, because it was either you play 8-bit Sonic Spinball on your Game Gear, or you just stare out the window of your car and be bored. And yeah, EB says no Adventure 1 today. I would honestly get in some Adventure 1. Like, maybe do this until 6:30, and then a little bit of Adventure 1 to play us out. Like, we're kind of going organically, partly inspired by, you know, the things that things such as what EB just said. So I would totally get some SA1 emblems. Maybe not the ice cap level, but there we are. And yes, Ghostaburb, as far as the category, Spinball or Mega Collection, whichever one has more views, really. Should probably be Spinball, though. Yeah, make it Spinball proper. Icantu has the question on everyone's mind. Is the Mania Music Theory video going to be a catch-all for the game's music, or focus more on the original compositions from the game? That's a great question, and the answer is yes, it's going to focus mainly on the originals. There will be a little bit more than just the originals, but I can tell you that all 4 original zones Some will get more time than others, but they will all get something, definitely. Let's go spin ball. Yeah, so at the very... And this is probably going to be the longest video I've ever made, but it feels perfectly right to do it this way. EB was hoping for Studiopolis first, or is it an amalgamation? Right, so I'm not going to do a Studiopolis video and then, you know, a half a year later do a Press Garden video. It's just going to be a mega video about Mania. And so each of the 4 zones will each get their spotlight, but some will get a bigger spotlight than others. Keo says the fact that Mean Bean got referenced in the movies is wild to you. Yeah, yeah, and I mean, Sonic 4 got the shout out, but where's my Sonic CD shout out? Yeah, Auto is jealous of the GameCube UI. Do I seriously not have a button mapped for... Oh, here we go. Both flippers. Yeah, Auto is jealous of the GameCube UI, so I didn't even know that the PS2 had, you know, a different menu. That would be a cute, cool curiosity to look at, you know, during an end-of-stream hangout. I mean, that's canon content. A different version of Mega Collection with a different UI. You guys know I'm all about, like, documenting and analyzing these sorts of cyber-shellian differences between versions. Wow, you see that? Like, I was fascinated when they put out the Netflix mobile port of Sonic Mania, and that had new menu formatting. It's the same idea as the regular Mania menus, but it's not the same. Same, but materially different. Keo says, nobody talks about Kirby's Avalanche. But, au contraire, mon frère, to quote Movie 2, EB says Kirby fans do. Sounds like Keo just got exposed as having not all that much Kirby cred. Keo says, oh, what? As a shout out to Little John and the East Side Boys and Dave Chappelle's, oh no, not Dave. Now I could just go to the Emerald, right? Is it the other way? No, I went left, didn't I? Haha. Courtesy Emerald. Go to the other side. Yeah, Demrupees wonders if kids these days even know about Dave Chappelle's Little John bit. Yeah, do they even know about Little John? Is 369 a song that they sing in the schoolyard these days? On their, you know, they got mobile data. They can watch YouTube while waiting for the school bell to ring to go in to start class. 369. I can't believe we danced to that song at the school dances in the same room where we would conduct mass. You know, the gymnasium. Hey, yeah. EB Boy knows the bit. Interesting. Javid heard the properly mixed version of the options music in this here game. And you're saying it's the fact that it's an improvement is an understatement. Yeah, maybe I didn't know about a properly mixed version. Where is that? Just like, is that from a port of the game, or did Howard Drossen leak the properly mixed version to Nate the Hate? Yeah. Oh, okay. So EB had said that what Auto Yeah is probably talking about Mega Collection Plus because that's what Xbox and PS2 got. I guess I forgot about that. So Mega Collection Plus never came out on GameCube, huh? So even though it's Plus, it probably has some additions, but the menu UI is worse. EB says Toxic Caves is up there with your favorite Sonic tunes. It's really good. I've always loved it. And, you know, the riff is nothing super reinventing the wheel. It's pretty, you know, it's pentatonic flavor. It's not super ambit, but it's really good. You can make a pentatonic riff that can just be really badass and catchy as hell, like this one. Oh, okay. Javid says someone figured it out on their own. Alright, so it wasn't official. Now, Keo says all Spinball games are so good. Sorry, all Spinball songs. Now, for what it's worth, though, EB... doesn't like any of the music in Spinball. My favorite song in this game is The Machine. I think it's out of this world, like, astoundingly good. Better than my ability to jump out of that little nook. The Machine, guys, that's so goddamn amazing. Okay, Auto Yes says it's called Plus because they added new Game Gear games not in the GameCube. So which Game Gear games? Sonic games or like secondary, you know, Sega properties? EB grew up with Plus, so it's got the Japanese games that were cut from the North American GameCube release. Yeah, I really love The Machine, and this level is good too, but, you know, after that, it's not super unpleasant, but it is unremarkable. The, what is it, Lava Powerhouse is kind of boring. Like, that's a riff that I look at, and I'm like, yep, I could have written that. It's not a song that I look at and I'm like, I have no idea how this composer could have even thunk musically in this way. But when I look at Lava Powerhouse, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is back to the bottom. Dude, Auto Yeah loves The Machine's theme as well. It's so good. And dude, like, Howard Drossen gives David Wise a run for his money in terms of making the hardware make incredible sounds. It's not just, you know, pitch-shifted sound fonts. It's like, whatever that effect is, you know, it's like, how do you even do that on a Genesis? Go ask Carpathia, because it's above my pay grade. Alright, Ghost of Burb is becoming a ghost and going to bed. So have a good one, Ghost of Burb. See you next time. Yeah, some of the Game Gear games are Sonic 1, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Blast, and Mean Bean Machine. Those really aren't in, GameCube Mega Collection? So how did I have access to those games? Maybe I forgot. I guess I thought all those games were unlockable in the GameCube, but I was always like, oh yeah, you guys grew up with those, but I never unlocked them. But I can let myself on the hook. They were never in the GameCube version to begin with. EB knows what I have to do next. And so do I. And listen, Keo likes Lava Powerhouse, and I say respect. Yeah, Auto Yeah is WTFing. How about the fact that you have to play Sonic & Knuckles 40 times just to unlock Sonic & Knuckles? And of course, there's nothing stopping a hedgehog from you. Did I miss the thing again? Probably, right? I know I have to do the thing, EB. It's just I accidentally shot myself upstairs. That sounded bad when I said shot myself. I meant shot myself up to the upper area, and now I'm getting all toxin. Yeah, Javid had said Machine's the best song, hands down. And it's the one for me. The boss music in this game is pretty awesome. It goes hard. It's pretty intense. I can't even... I'm trying to sing it in my head now, and I can't even remember the riff. Oh, it's boom. Again, very simple, kind of just you've got your guitar, and you got to come up with something now, because all that Sonic music you thought you could use in the soundtrack is actually still under Nakamura's copyright. So quick, Howard, you have 1 hour to compose a new title screen song. God damn it. EB is pretty sure that I could have gone left to skip it. I don't think you can, see. I think that only opens up once you get to the top and come down. So yeah, hopefully I can beat this boss, and then we'll see what's going on in SA1. I love the jingle that plays when you find a mission in the hub world. Maybe we'll just find hub world missions and not actually go to the levels to complete them. Maybe wonders if I've beaten this game. I probably haven't, but I have made it to the last level as a kid and as a big kid. So I gotta hit the thing again. So let me line it up and just do it perfectly. Oh yeah, says this level is very ugly to look at. I've always liked it, but it is, you know, it's that intentionally horrid American 90s philosophy. Like, it's funny to think about when you look at what's STI, Sega Technical Institute, in America was supposed to be. They were supposed to be, you know, the American wing of Sega, learning all the best methods and philosophies of production and coding, right? Learning from Sega of Japan, and then being able to make new stuff using their uniquely American perspective. But what you get is the Ooze and Comic Zone, and they're too gritty for me. They're too grungy. They're so ugly, and it's like they're trying to be ugly, but how... You honestly think you're gonna hold a candle to the nice, pretty, colorful characters and colors in a Sonic game? Like, the Ooze? Who wants to buy the Ooze? Yeah, Javid can tell you that last level there is a brutal gauntlet. Javid never beat it himself. And then Keo says, what's my opinion on the Showdowns music? I'm trying to imagine that song in my head. Because I'm pretty sure I beat Lava Powerhouse and the machine. So I think, yeah, I would have to. I probably can't place it in my mind. Is that the one that? Oh, is that the one that's just It's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool song. It's pretty simple, I guess, but it's better than Lava Powerhouse, I guess. All right, boss time. Yes, I can too appreciate Comic Zone for the whole bit with the different panels as the separate rooms. That is cool in practice. I think there's like at least one or two Batman games that do a similar thing where, yeah, each room starts a new panel. It is creative. I don't know how much I would love it in the moment to have such a busy screen like that, where there's this space not being used off the screen. This is a cool boss thing, I admit it. Oh, enough with this. Such a buzzkill to fall all the way down. And when you have that in Lava Powerhouse, it's even worse. Because you fall down the thing and then you're holding onto that rope above the vat of lava, and I am not able to reliably escape from that thing. Auto says that was unfair, and I agree. I'm all about fairness in games. Yeah, Kyo just listened to maybe the Showdown last level. Yeah, it has good ingredients, but it needs to do a bit more. Yeah, Kyo liked the machine level as a kid because it sounded entirely malicious. Like you were entering somewhere that you don't belong. Yeah, like Gruntilda's lair. You're not supposed to be here. And I still... I got to that level as a kid, and yeah. There's something about, when you think about your gaming memories as a kid and which stick out the most, getting to a new level for the first time, that's often, I'll never forget getting to Lava Reef. That was certainly Doomsday. And, of course, Death Egg and Sonic 2. Lots. But the machine is right up there. I'll never forget getting... And just the way the drums come in immediately. It's... Like, even as a kid, I understood how great it was. Yeah, Javid says the Showdown is more of a... it's more about vibes than a catchy tune. EB cautions me that the final burst, what am I, Carl Jobs? Hello, you absolute legends. No, the final boss is about 3 times worse at the buzzkill of sending you way downstairs, and it's hard to survive to get back up. Maybe I can just get into this pipe. Cleanup complete. I love when they give little RPG descriptions to a basic mechanic, like Hades. Hades is almost like a Dungeons and Dragons spin-off game, because every move, every are you serious? What time is it? Can I do this in 3 minutes? For EB, it's versus Metal Mario in Solid State Drive. No, what is that? Smash Brothers Brawl? No, I gotta go to the right side. That's where I completed the Toxic Cleanup complete. The audio starting to glitch, as it tends to do. And yes, as Javid says, don't forget, you have a fair amount of mid-air control in this game. You sure do. And I think Oh, I can just go up there, huh? Doo-doo-doo. Worm loop. The chosen undead is... Alright. Focus. Alright. Next time I flip and get up there, man, I'm gonna come to a complete stop. Oh my god. Time cost. Gonna come to a complete stop so I can do just perfect aiming. And I'm even gonna do it here. Watch. Sonic comes to a stop. I aim it perfectly. No problem. See? Misses it. Hits the badnik, damn badnik. Clock alert. Clock alert. Alright, I should just go into the pipe. Alright, set up the pipe. Pipe first try. See? Mid-air control, it's a dream. You have enough of a reaction time to make it count. Alright, come. I was trying to come to a stop. Oh, I'm gonna vengeance this. I tell you what, if I die, that's it. If I die, that's it. But if I'm still alive, I get to keep trucking up. Okay. Just want to go into the other flipper. That's the mentality, says Keo on Twitch. No, 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 no. Oh, what the... This freebie. Yeah. Brand new flavor. Oh, you want to know why you ain't seen me before? Well, I don't know. Maybe I ain't wanna be seen. Ooh, the bonus stage that would kind of come back in Fakal Young's marvelous composition and arrangement work on Sonic the Hedgehog Mania Day. EB says, you got, I believe. I'm sure there's a positive sentiment somewhere in there. You got, I believe. Oh, I got one something. One emerald. Oh no, this game has emeralds. Not in the traditional, I don't think this game has any special stages. It's just this bonus stage. And yeah, I could save state for next... Ah, it's Princess Sally from Sonic CD USA. You hearing these epic audio glitches, man? Who is that dog? Is that also from the comics, that dog character? Yeah, I think I do have save states of this game already, but I'll just save it just in case. This is such a cute piece of music. I wonder who picked that Trap Tower song to get remade by Falk in the Mania Plus pinball levels. Auto Yeah spotted Pink Eggy. Here's Keo's jam. Alright, let's get a couple of emblems. But I guess I'll save state. Can't hurt. Do. Save state. EB saw Bunny though. That Bunny though. Autoya wonders if you can save state in the collection itself. Is that a PS2 feature? I don't think I have that here. Evie says yes. How do you do it? Is that only on Xbox and PS2? Autoya says, wait, you can't? Alright. Bye. Spinball. Audio wonders, does the GameCube not have a memory card or something? Oh, the GameCube does indeed have memory card technology. But Autoya says you can totally do it in the PS2 version. EB is amazed. Today EB learned. Today we all learned that the GameCube version has less content and less features. Evie Boy is at least ready to say maybe, yeah. But he's holding out the possibility. It might be deeply buried in that menu that we just all looked at. All right, Sonic Adventure 1 still works good. EB confirms Xbox has it too. So it must be a feature that was added for Sonic Mega Collection Mania Plus. All right. Sonic Adventure 1. Sonic Adventure 1. I got these Cow Kangaroo additional games in my library now. It's awesome. EB loves the Plus UI. Yeah, and I think it was maybe Autoya who had shouted out the... Oh, no, Autoya likes the GameCube UI better. So, discuss. All right, hopefully this will be all the right, proper things. All right, size of the screen. Do I need to anti-full screen this? Sega Blue Waves. Autoya is vibing with the water as I drink some water.
Select a file.
Just checking on files. Make sure I got the one with the most emblems. Let's dip into some trials, see what we got here.
Select your character.
I did most of the tails. Nice. As we speak, Autoya is playing this on Dolphin. It's an SA1 kind of night. Alright, these are some quick levels. Try Speed Highway, screw it. Was it 50 rings and a timer?
Can keep up with me.
Oh no, it's just a faster Eggman. That I can do. Let's see what you can do, Dean Bristow. Autoya says that this is his first ever 3D Sonic game. You liked it a lot, but you were sort of confused since you heard this wasn't a good game. I mean, yeah, you spend enough time on the internet, you're gonna find people that say Sonic CD is a bad game. This... Heroes, I mean, you gotta watch out on that. One man's garbage is another man's adequate night of gaming. How is Eggman so fast? Is this all about taking the shortcuts? Yeah. Ah, I didn't have enough momentum? I didn't know that was a thing. Alright, that was not enough to catch up to Eggman. Come on, I'm gonna die.
You think you can keep up with me?
Yes, I do, Dean Bristow.
Tails, wait for me! I've got you now, Tails.
Alright, so it's about taking the shortcut. I'm ahead. I love Tails' little icon. Such good icons.
Goodbye, Tails.
Did he take a shortcut?
You'll never defeat
Tails have a
me.
spin dash in this game? Up and down and all around. Such an iconic sound effect, man.
What? He's caught up?
What was his voice sound like?
You little fox.
Ah, you little fox.
I've got you now, Tails.
Do you? I could do it, guys. Come on. That's the end. Or come on, grab the stupid. All right. This zone is so Dreamcast. And EB Boy, much like me, is hoping JJ joins us tonight. You're missing out on many things.
That wasn't too bad.
In JJ, including Metroid discussions. Yeah. Being there bonus. I'm just kidding, but we would love to have you, JJ. All right.
Here I come.
I'm feeling jazzed with Tails. Let's do at least one more Tails.
Select a
Do do
stage.
do 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 do. No, are these all racing Eggman? Because I would sign up for that. Ooh, faster Sonic. I love that icon, man. Ah!
Let's get going.
Is this even the way to go?
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, hey, hey. You know what Autoya doesn't like about this game? It was the open world. Well, if this game didn't do open world, then Odyssey would have never been able to do what it... This set the stage for Odyssey.
Come on, Tails.
But Autoya says they're so unnecessary. I've always liked the hub worlds. You know, it... Maybe you could say that it doesn't hold up. And that the hub worlds that were mind-blowing in 1999 now are just kind of old hat. And they feel just like kind of an attempt to pad the game. It's the kind of thing where I love the hub worlds, but I don't need them in every Sonic game, and I think it was perfectly sensible for Sonic Adventure 2 to just not have them. That, like, you know, it's like I look at a game like Sonic Heroes, and for me, it's like the most of what I could want in a Sonic game, but it's not like that's the one way to do it, right? No problem. EB says, you think a stage select would have been nice for post-game?
That too bad.
Yeah, Evie likes the hubs. They think they do a good amount with them. AutoYes says, you heard that you can select the stages after you beat the campaign. So what's the point? Isn't that a logical way to set it up? That it's like, in order to get stage select, it's like you have to earn it by beating the regular campaign. You know, the way Sonic Advance games are set up. Is this a time challenge? Is this the one where you have to hijack a car at the beginning? It sure is. I'm excited for Kart tonight. Gotta hit the gas, Alex Yard. What is gas? R? Didn't realize those cars could explode. Respawn. Respawn. Did I just die? These cars are so adorable, the way Sonic just drives around. And then what did we figure out? Letting go of the gas is a good way to do a turn. Which is also a thing in F-Zero. I played a little F-Zero because I needed to capture some footage. And it was fun as hell. That's an amazing game, F-Zero 99. 99 I'm talking about. So, are you supposed to avoid those jumps? 'Cause they probably just slow you down and probably faster to just zigzag around them. Jimson. This song was composed by Jimson. This song was composed by Jimson. He's the one. What's the time challenge? It doesn't tell me when I pause. Peak music. Eevee Boy would be scooping up the Dreamcast version of this if it wasn't so pricey. And Javid is heading out. See you later, man. And yeah, DeFoxes says that the textures are so much better on Dreamcast compared to GameCube. Love that jingle. Da, 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 da. That is... You're never gonna get something like that in Metroid Prime. I fell down the way. Nostalgic memories of struggling up this hill as Amy. What is this, 2.5 minutes you gotta do it? Do 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 do. What is this? I fell. Stick a fork in him. He's done. Let's see. Oh, you can get infinite retries. Well, you have lives, but like you can pick up at the signpost. It's moderate to severe cheese, and I wonder if it's faster to. Alright, Eevee says top path plus spin dash jumps. No. That wasn't worth it. Stick a fork in him, he's done. With that level. Who else? I don't want to know. Is there any Amy's I haven't done? Amy.
Select a stage.
I'm not gonna do a long level.
Select your character.
Select. I would
Okay,
maybe do
let's
one
go.
where you don't have to use... Sorry, you can't use any hint monitors.
Select a stage.
Alright, no hint balls. Not allowed. Trust your instincts. It's been one of those badniks. Oh, where's Ghost of Burb? Burb spotted. Look at them. Oh, look at them. Ah, you can collect the birds. Doo-doo. Doo. Eblo implores all gamers, calling all gamers, resist your instincts to go near the balls. EB says, is there a timer for this one? I don't think so. I think it's just get the pieces, no hint spheres allowed. Never give up, trust your instincts. Did you ever see the movie Small Soldiers? Because I only saw commercials for it. But then this kid, oh look at Shard. This kid in my class used it as his yearbook quote. Because I'm pretty sure Small Soldiers is the pull quote. Never give up. Never surrender. Wow, Evie says the movie traumatized him as a kid. Dem Rupees saw Small Soldiers at a drive-in theater. Now that is epic. What did you think of it? Were you traumatized too, Dem Rupees? I can't remember if it was, live action or stop-motion toys. I can't remember if it was like a live-action hybrid, but it was about little toy soldiers, right? Otto, yeah, never heard of it. Dem Rupees doesn't remember it much. I think the only movie I ever saw at a drive-in was Tom Cruise's Minority Report, which was a double picture show with, what's that? Red October movie? Where the place is gonna explode? Not The Hunt for Red October. It had Morgan Freeman and someone else. Oh, The Sum of All Fears. Dem Rupees remembers commercials for The Sum of All Fears. No! That orb popped in. Not fair. Okay, EB says it's a live-action movie, but the soldiers are stop-motion. Eblo knows that at least some scenes used actual toys, like the garbage disposal. So right off the bat, they're outdoing all the fake synthetic toys in Toy Story. Evie says it's like Buzz Lightyear, where they have the programming to be soldiers, and if someone activates their programming, they just become, as Stephen Colbert would say, godless, marauding killing machines. Do 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 do. Alright. I can get you, Red Mountain. Just not without hint balls under a time limit. Taking Back Red Mountain. The movie. Dun, dun, dun. They're not going to be in the same spots, are they? That would be nuts. I love that Shard Get jingle. You know, and I think that movie was maybe even PG-13, Small Soldiers? And yet it was advertised on the regular, on like Nickelodeon and stuff. Nice. Wonder if there was any famous celebrity voices in that film. To Fox wonders, would I like to see remake first or second Sonic Adventure? I guess first. I just have way more of an interest in seeing a reimagined Windy Valley, Emerald Coast, Speed Highway, more so than Metal Harbor. I mean, the sand levels in SA2. I never get home from work and think to myself, you know what I really need to enjoy life right now? Any of the pyramid sand levels. Certainly not. God, it's the same thing. It's not fair. You can't see the orb until it's too late. Which one would you want to see, DeFoxes? SA1 or 2? Yeah, EB feels like 80s and 90s movies were an age rating below what they should have been. Wow, EB says it was PG-13, and thus, EB shouldn't have been watching it. I mean, it's not that you can't watch it under 13, but if you are under 13, it's kind of like how you need a parent to see an R-rated movie if you're not 17. You need it. So if you worked out one of those deals with your parents that, you know, like I was able to watch The Sopranos, even though I don't think I was 17. You know, every family makes the judgment call for themselves based on maturity stats, behavior stats, mental preparedness. You know, can this human handle The Sopranos yet? Wow, Eblo says Spaceballs is PG even though it has an F-bomb. And I think there's a handful of curses in Back to the Future. Maybe not an F-bomb, but I think they say shid, maybe? And they certainly have at least one slur. But yeah, EB says, in EB's defense, yeah, your parents put it on for you. It wasn't one that you requested. So had you known going in, you would have been like, this is not for me yet. Or maybe ever, but certainly not today. The Foxes would like to see a remake of the first one, much like me. Because its locations are more diverse and picturesque. The second adventure is more about gameplay than graphics. Yeah, and someone was saying something to that. I don't know if it was EB or someone else. Someone made the point about that. About that SA2's environments are not as like immersive and detailed, and that, just like DeFox said, it was more about the gameplay. And look, it was a really rushed game. It's amazing they were able to make as much as they did. Eblo says what SA2 was missing was a fourth member on Hero and Dark, who had fishing mechanics. And if Sega wasn't going out of hardware business, maybe we would have gotten every third, even though there's 4 characters, every third level is a fishing level. Alright, it wasn't EB probably that said that, but he does agree with the sentiment. Yeah, mostly because they went... What, SA2 is... This stupid ramp... I gotta really remember that that stupid orb is there on the ramp. Icantu says, standards for ratings were different back then. Icantu and Icantu sisters loved the Goonies. And that features the word shid in the first 5 minutes, despite its G rating. It was a different time. Yeah, I remember, you hear swear in a movie as a kid, you never forget it if it's at the right impressionable age. Dude, I almost walked into the pop-in orb again. Dude, Eblo says Tarzan has a gun-toting character who gets hanged, and it's also G. EB says Goonies was G. Yeah, all of my friends in college were so hyped about the Goonies, and I had never seen it, never heard of it. And I watched it with them, and I feel like within the first 5 minutes, there's some kid makes a joke about, like, oh, maybe there's cocaine in the drawer, or shit, just right off the bat. Different time. Watch out for the orbs. Pop in orbs.
This way.
New in Sonic Adventure DX.
Select your character.
See what I mean about old movies, EB says? Yeah.
Okay.
That movie Jack Frost, I saw that at the theater.
Select a stage.
Holiday season, whatever year it was. And it was about a snowman that came to life, kind of like Frosty the Snowman, I guess. And at one point, he was walking around in an area that was not cold, so he was starting to melt. And he said something like, I'm melting my ass off. And that really stuck out. I wonder how old I was. Eblo's ready to take a wager on how long it'll take me to get a hint orb. By the way, it's 7. Whoa, did you see the glitching up there? They just stopped. Glitch. Pop out. Now, this is peak. Peak, peak, peak. Can we just watch this for the next half hour? Did no one get the song request? Because I know Keo got the waiting zone request. But yeah, I failed. Alright, cool. Eblo, you can go ahead and send over the request as I make this final attempt. Wow, the most inappropriate media I saw was probably Kill Bill 1 and 2 at age 12. Yeah, I was a bit older when I got to see Kill Bill, but the first time I was ever allowed to go see a PG-13 movie was, very fittingly, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Holy crap, that was an event. And then the first movie I saw that was rated R was The Cell, starring Vince Vaughn and, more importantly, Jennifer Lopez. Roger Ebert and Richard Roper said it was really good, so my dad was okay with me seeing it. And I didn't even like it that much. Somehow I was really hyped for it as like a Matrix-y psychological thriller, but it did not deliver. EB says Oppenheimer was the first R-rated movie you saw.
This way.
Alright, there's your goodbye orb. Stupid orbs. Still haven't seen Oppie. Wait, no, I did. I wasn't super paying attention to it, but I just had it on because it came to HBO Max. And
This way.
I thought it was fine. A little bit too much Emily Blunt, but whatever. I really don't particularly care for the Cillian Murphy guy. He's not bad, but carrying a movie, I'd rather watch Jason Bateman. Alright. And then DeFox. Yeah. DeFox. As far as pronouncing it, if DeFox is wrong, what's correct? Oh, and Icantu had said that the Goonies is PG-13 on re-releases. Wow, I didn't realize that they would do kind of like retroactive rating updates. Oh, okay, DeFox. Alright, yeah, DeFox. Maybe what I was saying, DeFox is saying that... Maybe I was saying is, but yeah, I'll just pronounce it. DeFox. DeFox says... and I'm sure Eblo's request is coming in. I'm really mad at Team Cherry, though. Yeah, EB. Really liked it. Probably Oppenheimer. But the reason for its rating could have been left out of the movie. Yeah, I don't even remember what about Oppie Up made it R. Did someone smoke a cigarette? Rated R. Dude, dem Rupees watched R-rated movies on VHS while your parents slept before any parental approval. But how did you get the VHS tapes? Borrowed it from a friend who has underground economy access to R-rated film? Like Die Hard and South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, which they weren't allowed to call it Hell Breaks Loose, but they were allowed to call it Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Alright, Eblo's request is here, so let's hop to the zone. Do 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 do. EB says there's a couple of Texan hot tangos in it. What's that? Adult affection? That expression is going over my head. So maybe my stats aren't high enough to be able to watch an R-rated movie. Alright, EB confirms. Yeah, do you really need that in the Bomb movie? Alright. Eblo's request coming to your ears. Oh, okay. Demropy says some tapes were in the living room. Okay, so they were just already in your house because they were your family's. You remember also sneaking some tapes out of the master bedroom closet during the day. This is like an Ocean's 11 operation. And although that is hilarious, disclaimer, I am not advising that anyone here does the same thing if you're underage or whatever. Meanwhile, Eblo had parental approval to watch Austin Powers. Now, when that came out in 97, that was also... I went and saw it with my parents, and, you know, even as I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, this is like the future that I'm allowed to watch this. You know, all the bits about holding the coconuts to cover special areas on, what's her name, Elizabeth Hurley? All the innuendos and the Rod jokes. Johnson. Eblo confirms Austin Powers is the true rite of passage. EB just watched all the Oceans movie recently. Great films. And did Oceans 8 really just drive home the masterful masterpiece of it all? Oceans 8. You can play as Mindy Kaling. I mean, I think for a while there, people thought by default, like, yeah, all right, for the next 20 years, we're going to just remake all the movies with a gender-swapped female cast. And after one too many Ghostbusters, here we are. Enjoy the twilight of the snowflakes, everybody. All right, let's rewind. EB says Ocean's 8 was his least favorite, but still good. Who else is in that? Aquafina? Icantu loves rewatching movies and shows from your childhood and seeing the things that went over your head. Yes, watching Space Jam finally again as an adult was amazing. And I always loved it, but it not only did it hold up for me personally, but there was so many great jokes that I couldn't have understood. Alright, let me make sure this audio is high enough. Yeah, now DeFox says... Yeah, so you heard me say it. What I just said is DeFox says. And then I read. So I could also say DeFox adds that DeFox misses old commercials from the 90s and 2000s. Modern commercials are so soulless and annoying. They really are. And, right? That's something we used to do from time to time, and we should absolutely do it again. Just watch 90s commercials here on String for video games and Discovery Zone, McDonald's. They were wild and creative in a lot of times. Auto Yes says Space Jam is a good movie, but you just find its pacing weird. Would you have preferred that they get to the cartoon animals sooner? Like, there are some scenes in Space Jam that are like Monty Python level genius. To have Michael Jordan attempt to play minor league baseball and to have the catcher feeding him the hints, he's like, listen, slider, don't swing. And then the guy on the news, he goes, baseball bat, get this guy a tennis racket. And then to learn as an adult that a big part of Space Jam's reason for being was to rehabilitate Michael Jordan's reputation after the gambling controversies. It ages like fine wine. We're getting guesses for Pac-Man, Rayman, 6th Gen, Voodoo Vince, Ukulele 2, Gordon ups the ante. EB says the golf jokes are hilarious. What are you doing? I'm fixing a divot. My dad cracked up in the theater, and I didn't know what a divot was, so he had to explain it to me later. Dad, what's a divot? Oh, that's when... You know, just like kids walking out of Sonic Movie 1 being like, what? Reconnaissance? What's what is that? Mommy, what's that? Yeah, Eblo says that although this is not that Hat in Time, A, I can see a statue that kind of looks like the statue at Wacky Workbench, and B, it's not Hat in Time, but it did come out in 2017. Which, capital G Gordon confirms, Hat in Time was 2017. I can picture that Rystar character going like this to this song. Oh, okay, Eblo in fact says this game is from 2018. Gordon wonders if it's the Crash and Sane trio. You know, trio, trilogy, duology. Every time I see the word duology, I'm like, would you stop? Next thing you want to tell me that, triskaidekaphobia, a fear of the number 13. Listen, you're afraid of the number 13, and there's 2 movies. It's not a duology. You roll up to LS Mark's channel, you see a video with the Smurfs. It says, The Smurfs, the worst duology. Yeah, they really tried to make a duology and failed at duologism. We got Hollow Knights. Badass elephant game interest from Otto, yeah. 2 Hollow Knight guesses. Not Axiom Verge. This the Rystar guy. Not raising the roof, but kind of the opposite of that you would do in the night. You watch some rap videos and they're pathetic. I look at the music video for Michael Jackson's Jam, and it's got that verse with Heavy D. It's so freaking stupid. He's just standing there in an abandoned warehouse. It's so lame. It's the opposite of gangster cool. And it's Heavy D. He's supposed to be heavy cool. Jam, jam, here comes the man. Michael Jackson just asked me to do a rap, so I said yes. Eblo says it's an indie game. It spent a long time in the oven. Duke Nukem Forever. It's vibrant and colorful. Gordon Freeman with a capital G has blue fire on the mind. Keo wonders if it's indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Eblo says pixel art style, and Christian Whitehead has entered the chat. Because Sonic Mania fell through because they couldn't agree on pixels versus 2.5D. Right? Right? No. That's bullcrap. You look at Penny and it's evidently clear that CW would have no difficulty whatsoever making a 2.5D game. So chew on that. Should I maybe put the gameplay on screen without revealing the title? EB has a bloodstained guess of, well, bloodstained. Sounded like Donkey Kong Country for a moment there. The Switch 2 can solve Nintendo's biggest problem. And all I really see is a Switch 2 with the Final Fantasy VII remake. EB Boy can't wait not to buy one. And yeah, I honestly think that right now, maybe this is obvious to say. Whoa, I don't know if JJ's here, but I think JJ would like what he sees in this gameplay that you're about to see. JJ, did Wonder Woman pull you away for real life activities? Because you're missing out on this. That's all a joke. I just feel bad for JJ because he would love this. Alright, it's coming on screen soon. This is so JJ. Alright. Here we are. Whoa, hidden doors. This is like Celeste adjacent. Nice Celeste platforming physics. Item procurement. And then those enemies, they're just ripped out of Galaxy, right? Mario Galaxy. EB Boy's never seen this. EB would respect Nintendo if they tried to shut down Switch 1 online capabilities in a few years. Why would you respect them? I would be shaking my fist and wagging my finger in disapproval. Alright, AutoYez got it because it happens to be on AutoYez wish list. This is the one and only Iconoclast, requested by Eblo the Hedgehog. EB says consistency. Consistent with the timetable that they deactivated, like, what, the Wii U or Wii 1's virtual communities? Because is Wii U the only precedent? Maybe also 3DS. How did you hear about this game, Otto? Yeah. A Nintendo Direct? Yeah, Eblo says it's a largely unknown game, but Eblo really loved it. Great Metroid Bane. Maybe Ghostbird would like this too. With the micro overlap with Shantae, Dat Pirate. Alright, AutoYez saw it in a video game review. Maybe it was Uncle Fester over at Digital Foundry. Or the one-man show over at Game Explain. See you later, Joey. Bye, Joey. Third Bruno has seen enough to declare, love the art style. Yeah, I like those sort of pillars made of different triangles. It's almost as good as the art design in Hades, which is just so amazing. Yeah, man, whoever developed this has played Zero Mission, and I'm here for it. That's why JJ ought to have been here, but hey. Yeah, Evlo is pretty sure Game Explain has 50 videos already based on the 7 seconds of Mario Kart 10 gameplay. Mario Kart Home is 9. Calling the Switch 2 game Mario Kart 9, it would seem like a burden, like, oh, here comes the 9th one, but 10, it just feels like it's a clean number, almost like an anniversary number. And they could just say that Mario Kart Home was 9. Because I think Mario Kart DS counts as 7, even though it doesn't have 7. There's at least one Mario Kart game that counts as a mainline numbered entry, even though it's not actually having the number in the title. Okay, EB says they considered Tor to be 9. Alright, that was probably what I was thinking of. Not the home augmented reality one. I like this laboratory building. It's just good use of perspective in this game for like those sunroofs. Demrupi says the Switch 2 gets its own Mario Kart game, and it's not two-man karting like Double Dash. I think all they would need to do to, regenerate player interest is have Double Dash mode, even if it's not the main mechanic of the game. 24 racers, sure, it's kind of expected at this point. And finally, a Smash Brothers umbrella of characters. Not just the boring, stupid Mario Kingdom with 10 different variations of Toads. They do it differently than us. But just bring in some Samus, Kirby, throw in Solid Snake. You got a hotcake seller in your hand. I've never bought in a Mario Kart game ever. Diddy Kong Racing for Life. Have I ever owned a Mario Kart game? I guess I have access to 9 these days. Sorry, 8 Deluxe through JJ. But yeah, Keo says, heck yeah, stupid boring Mario Kingdom. So you're all about it, Keo? So when you played... Look at these Freedom Planet enemies. I love this. When you played... Which game was it? Paper Mario Origami King is like the prime example of what you get when Nintendo keeps your creativity in like a really tight bubble. You play through Origami King, and every flippin' area you go to is just more Toads. And you get a character that joins your crew for a while. He's just called Captain Toad. And then all the bosses you fight are just like art supplies. A box of colored pencils, a tape dispenser, a hole punch. And then you roll up to Mario Kart 8 and you have 10 different Koopas. You got Roy. Oh, come on, name at least one other of those Koopalings. Roy? I can't remember. Wow, Eblo says this game here is cosmic horror beneath the friendly graphic surface. Alright, I'm seeing Larry, Ludwig, Wendy. Yeah, I wouldn't have even remembered those, but I recognize them now. EB is not in favor of Nintendo Kart and probably never will. But I thought you have, like, years of experience shooting the green shells in Mario Kart. Third Bruno says, Nintendo supposedly had a rule for some time where they could not get creative with organic characters as opposed to object-based. I mean, that would certainly explain Origami King fighting what would otherwise be inanimate objects like stupid colored pencils. And look, they kind of do some hilarious, funny things. Like when you get to the area where the hole puncher is, he punches a hole. It's micro-disturbing. There's all these paper toads that their entire face has been punched out like a hole punch. It's just a missing hole. It is pretty hilarious, but... Third Bruno says, Arlo made a whole video on the rule once. I'll have to tear into that one on stream at some point. Yep, there's your Metroidvania map. Love it. Bomb descriptions. Yeah, EB says in Mario Kart. Wait, so what is it, EB? So you... EB says, there's so much creativity and fun in the Mario series alone. There's so much to do it. Mario Kart's legacy is a testament to that. Wait, but then you said, I am not in favor of Nintendo. Oh. So, Nintendo Kart as in like a Smash Bros. All Nintendo characters. I see. Okay. To hijack it and turn it into Smash Bros., which in your opinion is already drained creativity and thematically you don't want it. Wow, so you think, and I don't think I have a strong feeling about it, but your take on Smash is that became hollow due to being overloaded with every Nintendo and Namco crossover ever. Konami. Yeah, Eblo says Mario and Nintendo's All-Star Racing transformed. If it worked for Sonic, like the only reason I would even kind of suggest something like that is because who knows what Nintendo is cooking, but you ask around Nintendo tubers, you get the impression that Nintendo is stumped, that they have a Smash Ultimate problem on their hands. What the hell do you do next? What do you possibly do? Alright, EB says, it's not the roster that's the issue. It's just repetition and flavorless in a lot of areas. Yeah, like the World of Light in Smash Ultimate. From what I remember, it is pretty bare bones, right? It's just you go from one encounter to the next on just a Mario Party board of spaces. It's like a boring linear overworld. EB is ready to add a jump button. And listen, Smash used to be EB's favorite series ever. Then I imagine you watched a Relax video or two. Know your moves. I mean, maybe not. Auto Yes says, the graphics are so cool, actually. Yeah, if only JJ was here to see this loving micro homage continuation of Metroid Zero Mission. Wow, EB used to be a mod for Relax? That's epic. I'm sad that he kind of had a false start return to YouTube and then just kind of suddenly decided that he's mostly over it and is just going to do occasional long-form videos. Uh-uh. That sucks, but he's got to do what's right for him. I respect his take that he feels like he's outgrown some of the interests that his channel became known for. But when I look at the last, 5 or 10 videos that Relax made before he stopped, I'm like, and this is not to give Relax a hard time, but when I see him put out a video that says, oh, the Mario game Nintendo wanted you to forget about, and it's about Mario Sluggers, a Mario Sluggers video, it honestly feels like Scott the Woz Purgatory mode. It's like, well, I gotta make a new video. I guess it's gotta be about something, so I'll do this. If that was me, I would probably feel that felt like just an unfulfilling purgatory. But did he really do all the other topics that he had to fall back on? Super Mario Sluggers? Yeah, EB exited around that time. Now, you don't blame him, especially with what happened. Now, of course, I won't open up a serious topic, but are you saying what happened as far as the unfortunate things in his personal life that were made public? And so EB also points out that, yeah, Alax made Scott the Woz. He gave him his big break. And it's funny how those things can happen. And yeah, I would like to believe that which I won't talk about the controversy itself, but Alax's controversies, I would like to believe that wasn't what made him leave. But one thing you can say is that could have had a substantial impact on his viewership numbers, in which case I could imagine that being one of a few factors that would lead him to stop. But AutoYes says nobody talked about this game after it first came out, which is kind of a shame. It seems fun. EB has never heard of this game. Yeah, Eblo says it's a big shame the game didn't do better. It made a splash, but you feel like it should outshine higher profile indie Metroidvanias. I mean, if any Metroidvania from an indie, team is gonna, I don't want to say this means you've made it, but it's like, to be relevant, you have to have this. What you have to get is a Nerl review, because Nerl will periodically put out, Volume 7, a compilation of reviews of indie Metroidvanias. And I would not be surprised if he had. This looks right up Nerl's kind of alley, I guess. Okay, EB was seeing a mental shift. His videos, you could just kind of feel a different approach. It's interesting that he starts his videos with 5 seconds of silence. If at least one person clicks off the video, then that would be enough of a reason for me to never do it. And yes, AutoYes wonders if we're carding tonight. And we sure are. And being that it's 7:30, yeah, I gotta go and set that up. So yeah, I'll see you at card. Otherwise, tomorrow is the kind of follow-up treatise apology seminar. Canonically, it's called Spear of Justice Apology. You apologize to me. That's the canonical title. That's going to be the name of the live stream. And it's going to be... I don't even know what I can say about it other than it's going to be very real and meaningful and worthwhile and, interesting, for lack of a better term. Third Bruno's looking forward to it. Now, EB says villain arc. I wonder what you mean by that. So yeah, Dem Rupees. Long story short, I'll try to say this quickly. There's word, unconfirmed but plausible word, that Skyfire responded up to the situation, that they see the similarities, and that they think it's flattering, and even maybe they think it's hilarious. So, because at least one person takes that to say, Alex L. Alex takes the L, right? If you think that that means Alex L., you're sorely mistaken, and I'll see you tomorrow. EB, you're going to have to, if you're suggesting that I'm being the villain, if you've seen the promotional teaser, right now, there's a pinned tweet on my Twitter account. It's got over 10,000 impressions because people have been retweeting this thing. So yeah, no pressure, but if I see, Third Bruno or other people that I recognize, I may go ahead and make you a mod, but you're under no obligation to monitor chat, and I'm just giving friendly faces the tools to help maintain order. Okay, yeah, EB says, the "you apologize to me" thing sounds hilarious, right? And I mean, that's right. Just like Ebert said, humor comes not from people saying funny things, but seeing people play out funny situations. Love that. 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So I got to set up for Cart. Thanks for the great request. I'm gonna have to make sure JJ sees this game. He's gonna put it on his wish list. And I'll see you at Cart or tomorrow at the symposium of all symposiums. It's going to be a hoot. Eblo's glad that Eblo could convince someone on this game, and we shall yell at JJ. Now, JJ's working through his Scott the Woz arc in the sense that he got a girlfriend and is around less. Listen, all the best to JJ. Hopefully he joins us for some Cart, but if not, that's fine too. He's got a lady, and that's great. So, I got to set up. Take care, everyone. AutoYah hopes that AutoYah doesn't forget about this game the next week. But if your Steam library and wish list doesn't have any glitches, Gabe Newell's got you covered. Good night, everybody. Don't do Counter-Strike gambling.